you offer medical grade testing that can all be done right here. Can you tell me more about that?
Correct, yeah. At Cerulean, we offer comprehensive physiological testing that would otherwise have to be performed at the cardiologist, pulmonologist, and nutritionist. It's all medical research grade, so you can rest assured that you're getting the exact same high quality testing that you'd spend a lot more for out at the outpatient procedure.
So why would they want to come here rather than going to their respective doctors?
So number one, we provide convenience. Instead of you having to drive all around town to the various specialists, we're able to provide this entire comprehensive test in a single 75-minute visit here in a single location. Also, we're able to deliver same-day results. As I'm sure you've been to the doctor's office before, you wait 2 to 4 weeks to get your results, and it's always kind of antagonizing waiting for those results to come in. Also, what we're able to do here is not only rule out the same underlying heart and lung and metabolic conditions that you would at the specialist, we're also able to gear it towards athletics to really optimize the efficiency of an exercise or lifestyle change plan.
Wow, this sounds great. So can you walk me through the experience starting with step 1 of this test?
Yeah, sure. So the first test we would do is called resting metabolic rate. Completely non-invasive. We just have you sit there wearing a mask for about 15 minutes, measuring your oxygen consumption versus your carbon dioxide production. It can tell us exactly how many calories you should be eating per day. So we're avoiding recommending 2,000 across the board to everybody, broken down into macronutrients. So how many grams of carbs, fats, and proteins.
Customized caloric intake, that is essential. Hardly anybody fits into the generic recommended FDA-approved 2,000 calorie a day diet.
Exactly, so we really try and avoid those generic estimations and equations and deliver a hyper-individualized approach to diet and nutrition there. So the next step of our testing would be pulmonary function testing. We do a series of 3 lung tests to rule out any obstructive or restrictive lung conditions, those that would really be limiting your athletic performance. We're assessing for things like asthma, COPD, emphysema, tar buildup due to smoking, and so on.
Wow. Okay, so if step 2 goes great, then we move on to step 3?
Correct. Step 3 would be a resting 12-lead ECG. I'm sure you've had one done at your doctor's office before. Put the electrodes all over you, attached to lead wires. What we're able to do here is not only rule out that you've ever had a heart attack, any conductivity issues, but here we're also very interested in the physiological changes associated with overtraining.
Wow, this is a really comprehensive test. Is this the end of the physiological athletic training, or is there a step 4?
It's not quite over yet. The hard part's out of the way, but what we're going to do now is repeat pulmonary function testing again on the back end so that we can assess for any exercise-induced conditions. It's very rarely performed, so a lot of people go undiagnosed.
Wow. Okay, so basically this testing helps the individuals understand how to train more effectively and efficiently?
Correct. You said it, effectively and efficiently. That's exactly what we're trying to do here. What we're doing is analyzing for any current training deficiencies, whether it be low or high intensity, and we're also assessing for your heart rate at anaerobic threshold. With this data, we're able to tell you what heart rate zones you should be training at for optimal efficiency. So if your goal is to lose weight, we'll tell you train from this heart rate to this heart rate. If your goal is to improve your conditioning, this heart rate to this heart rate, which is how all the professional endurance athletes train. These zones are basically proven to improve the efficiency of exercise by about 1.5, so you can really get the most bang for your buck.
Wow. So professional athletes or for elite athletes, this could be the missing link to help them get over any plateau they may be having a hard time with and really make them at their very best, correct?
Correct, exactly. So what we're going to do is really help them train a little bit smarter as well as harder, so we can tell them exactly where they should be training to break any existing plateau, as well as for kind of that wellness or weight loss population.
I was just going to ask about that. So it's not just for the professional athlete?
Not at all. We do this a ton in the medical field, especially with the obese population and those who really need lifestyle change. We can really provide an additional source of positive reinforcement. A lot of people rely on things like weight loss, where we can really show you at the cellular level how your health is improving.